Carmelo Anthony effect is in full swing, and I now have some more updates for you all in the story that I reported to you guys a couple of days ago. The story involving Hailey Hosford, who was brutally unalived inside of a Florida parking garage by a 21-year-old man that looks like he is at least in his late 40s. And this 21-year-old man, weighing over 280 pounds, has the audacity to claim that he killed Hailey in self-defense. Now, the whole thing was caught on camera. It was not self-defense at all. In fact, from the looks of things, he just randomly killed Hailey for no reason. But because of the Carmelo Anthony effect, some of these low impulse control animals that are roaming our streets here in America, some of them think that it's now just free game. They're open and free to just stab white people for no reason and get away with it. This guy probably saw Carmelo Anthony raise $500,000 for what he did and decided, hey, I can do the same thing. So now this guy is claiming self-defense, but he can't tell the police, he cannot provide them with a solid reason as to why he felt like he needed to defend himself. It's a really crazy situation, to say the least. I want to just read this snippet from this article so I can give you basically the exact words and how this went down. I don't want to tell you my version of things. Let's just dive right into this snippet really quickly. Police said that Sagis was taken into custody a few minutes later at his apartment where he lives with his mother, and a steak knife, the knife that was used in this attack, was found in his front right pocket. According to the report, Sagis provided a confession to detectives, although he claimed that he was murdering in self-defense. Police said Sagis claimed that he was inside the parking garage to cross over to another building where he uses the gym, and he saw the victim's car with its lights on and thought he should call police. But he claimed he did not have his phone on him. So he went back to his apartment to get his phone and a knife for personal protection, the arrest report stated. According to the report, Sagis admitted to stabbing Hosford multiple times, purposely aiming for vital parts, and estimated that he stabbed her about 10 times. So this 280-pound, 21-year-old, looks like he's 50, big-ass dude, right? After 1 o'clock in the morning, he is prowling around the parking garage, claiming that he's going to the gym. Then he claims he sees this car with its headlights on. He sees Hailey, this little white girl, or whatever she is, I don't even know. He sees her and says, oh my God, I am threatened. Holy heck, what is this white girl doing in the parking garage with her headlights on? At 1 in the morning, I need to call the police. So he claims he went back to his apartment to get a steak knife and to get his phone to call the police. When in reality, what happened is he was just wandering around this parking garage. He saw a vulnerable white girl, decided, hey, I'm going to go to my apartment and get this knife and I'm going to stab her to death. That's what happened here. And he admitted that he aimed for vital parts, which, if you look at Hailey's injuries, he basically poked her up in the neck about 10 to 14 times. In the neck and the throat. And he has the audacity to claim it's self-defense. Now, why would he claim self-defense in something like this? What emboldened him to think that he would get away with something like this? Is there any story in the news right now that would make someone like this guy think that he could just stab a white person randomly and then claim self-defense and then be viewed as a hero? Is there any story in the news like that that would embolden crazy people and make them think that they can become a hero after stabbing a white person? Let's think about it. Oh, right, Carmelo Anthony. Now, I'm going to have a bunch of people in my comments, what does this have to do with Carmelo? I don't know, I just find it odd that now we got black dudes out here stabbing white people left and right, claiming self-defense when we know it's not. But the local news, they've been talking about this a little bit. You can tell they don't really want to touch on a lot of the details. But I do want to roll this clip for you here so you all can hear from them, their version, their telling of things. Before we get into that clip, though, if you guys support the channel, consider supporting the channel in one of many ways. You can support the channel for free by liking the video, sharing the video, commenting, and subscribing. But if you want to take your support one step further, you can always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It is always greatly appreciated. But with that being said, let's roll this news clip and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
On a shocking stabbing, 2 people attacked at an apartment complex in Sunrise, and one of them did not make it. Well, now we are learning more about that second surviving victim of the tragedy. And Local 10's Leanne Motorhone is in Sunrise with more.
Loved ones of the victims of this sudden and brutal stabbing attack here at the retreat at Sawgrass are now raising money. This as we're learning more details about the attack through new documents we've obtained. Loved ones are working to raise money for the victims of a brutal stabbing attack in Sunrise. Hailey Hosford was killed, her friend Ian Bryant hospitalized. 21-year-old Jackson Sagase is charged with murder and attempted murder.
Court does find probable cause.
New documents shed light on what happened inside the parking garage of the retreat at Sunrise Apartments, a timeline for what occurred during the wee hours of May 28th. At 1:37 a.m., police say the victims pulled into the garage. Bryant entered the building, leaving Hosford behind. A minute later, they say Sagase approached the car with something shiny in his hand. At 1:39, Hosford tried to leave the car, then goes back, but she can't close the door in time. Sagase is allegedly seen on video moving his arm in a stabbing motion multiple times. At 1:41, police say Bryant returns and gets into a fight with Sagase, who stabs him in the neck. Bryant is able to escape his attacker and call police. Sagase allegedly tried to flee in the victim's vehicle but was unsuccessful. He was found by police at the unit he shares with his mother. He allegedly told police he, quote, just killed someone and walked away and was, quote, murdering for self-defense.
No one deserved that. It's very, very shocking and very sad and very scary.
A GoFundMe for Bryant says he was in the ICU, underwent a tracheostomy, and still needs more medical care. A GoFundMe for Hosford says they're working to raise money for a beachside memorial, as well as a foundation named in her honor. The goal, to provide support for those pursuing their dreams in the world of hair, beauty, and self-expression, a world Hailey illuminated with her passion, artistry, and radiant soul from the young age of 16. As for Sagase, he continues to be held in the Broward County Jail without bond.
And you see, folks, this is why I took the Carmelo Anthony story so seriously. And this is why I am not willing to let it go. A stand needs to be made here. We have to take a stand here, folks. We have to. We can't back down. We can't get sidetracked. We have to take a stand right here. Because the Carmelo Anthony situation, it sent a message to a lot of people. And depending on who you are, that message was different. The message that people like me and people like a lot of you all watching this video got from the Carmelo Anthony situation is much different than the message that people like this Sagase guy got, okay? These violent, low impulse control idiots that are roaming the streets, a lot of them already have this hatred for white people. What type of message do you think the Carmelo Anthony case sent to them? A message that you can do this and you can get away with it. You can claim self-defense, or at the very least, you may become a millionaire. You'll raise more money than you've ever seen in your life. That's the message that was sent out there to a lot of violent people that are on the streets already looking for an excuse to do something bad to someone. That message has been sent out there. And these crazy people are picking up on this message. And if you choose to bury your head in the sand, if you choose to, I'm tired of hearing about Carmelo Anthony, well, guess what? Before long, there will be another one. And then another one. And then another one. Do you think that this is the only situation or story like this that has happened since the Carmelo Anthony case? No. Hell, a Checkers employee just killed someone over a mayonnaise packet the other day. There's a lot going on in this country. A lot involving people like Carmelo and this Sagis fellow that is involved in this story. There is a lot going on. And unless we counter the message that is being sent out with our own message, unless we take a stand and let people know this is not okay and we're not going to go along with this, then this is going to continue to happen. There's going to be more Haileys. There's going to be more Austins every day. And I could sit here and talk about it all day on YouTube, but that's not going to stop this stuff from happening. So, if you're wondering why I'm taking the Carmelo situation so seriously, why am I still talking about it? It's because of stories like this one. Because I knew stories like this one would spawn out of the Carmelo case. And I'm not saying this guy killed Hailey because of Carmelo. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is when you already have these crazy, violent people that are already on edge, and then they see a situation like the Carmelo Anthony case, they see this money coming in, they see that everyone's defending him when he says it's self-defense, they see stuff like that, and maybe it's just that extra little incentive, that extra little push they need to go ahead and go plunge a knife into someone. So, unfortunately, here we are yet again discussing another tragic death that did not need to happen at the hands of someone whose own community will refuse to say this is wrong. Will a community come together and rally around this man who's claiming self-defense? I hope not, but I damn sure wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going to keep my eye on this story. There's other details that the media is leaving out. The fact that the media is just now reporting the stuff you saw in that clip, stuff that I could have reported to you all a couple of days ago, it's very telling how they play around with the information when it involves certain people. But for right now, pray for Hailey, pray for her family, pray for her friends. They're all going through a tough time. A lot of them are still in shock about what happened. And unfortunately, I'll see you again soon on another video where something like this is happening again. Because it's just every day, constantly, nonstop. But you guys let me know what you think about this, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.